Hey everyone, my name is Yogita Patel and today I'm going to talk to you about Aria Operations for Applications. So Aria Operations for Applications, formerly known as Wavefront or Tanzu Observability, is providing unified observability with metrics, logs, and traces to give you a unified solution across applications in your organization. So this particular video today is about showing you the new query analyzer feature that has come out with our most recent release of Aria Operations for Applications. So as you can see on my screen, if you have a dashboard or one or more widgets that show no data in your charts, you can actually click the query analyzer to learn more about it. This is actually the help link. If you need to look at why your particular chart is not showing you any data, you can click the three ellipses and click the edit option for this particular chart. That should take you to a screen, something like this. And this shows you that your chart actually has multiple queries that are embedded within another. And at the and at the bottom, it shows you that there is nothing matching your entity or a piece of your query that is for the tracing of the derived application, AKS hotel demo for the ad service. So which is basically this piece of your query that it is telling you is not coming up with any data. Now, if you want to look into more detail as to analyze what's wrong with your query, you can click the three ellipses here and click the query analyzer option that you see here, which should take you to a new page that kind of analyzes the details of your query. Now, this shows you that your query is a lot more complicated in the back end than it looks on the front end for you. So if you click the Analyze button, it actually shows you what issues it detected, and it gives you details about that it found nothing matching this piece of your query. Now, it shows you three things on the right, which is cardinality, point scanned, and duration for this query. Cardinality points at the number of unique time series that you have in your query. Point scan refers to the number of data points that were queried to show the chart on your screen, and the duration is the time between the query start and return of your result. So it gives you a little bit more detail into what's going on with your query. You can change your time span of your query to see if it pulls up anything. So if I want to go from, say, 2 hours to 24 hours, notice that it changed the little duration thing here, but it still pulled up nothing for this particular query. Now, another way that you, now that you know that you are not finding any data for this particular application for this service, you could change your query slightly and maybe look at a different service in the same application. Now you see that there is no data here, which means it's a good healthy service because this is error percentage in this query. So you have no errors for your cart service. However, it is collecting data. Earlier it said no data, which means it wasn't collecting any data for your ad service. So that kind of gives you a pointer as to maybe that particular service is down or not sending data, or it doesn't make sense for this particular application in the time frame that you were looking for. So that gives you a little bit more insight into what's going on with your query. Alternatively, you could perhaps change your application and look at a different application completely to see if it is going to show you any kind of data for that particular query. Okay, so your query engine works right. This particular query is working correctly. It's just that you're getting no data because of the selections that you had at the top, which is the application and the service that you had. So if you go back to the original application that you were looking at, it says that your query is correct. You just have no data for your ad service, the service called ad service. So you need to look into why you're not getting any data regarding that particular service. Hope that helps you explain a little bit more about how to use the query analyzer to debug into what's going on with your query.